Buffalo.
Yeah, the 999 one is the red wine, right? I had that one.
All right, welcome to Whine and Tea. I'm Liv, and this is my beautiful co-star, Mimi.
Yo!
List from the top.
Welcome to Whine and Tea. I'm Liv, and this is my beautiful co-star, Mimi.
Period.
Before we go any further, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe and comment your phone number below in the comments if you're a hot chick for Bliss. All right? And then we'll just leave that there, all right?
What's up, y'all? I'm Mimi. This is Whine and Tea. Safe place to discuss a plethora of topics that are sometimes otherwise overlooked, and we also want to shed light on other current exciting things that are happening in Buffalo. So, with that being said,
Welcome to our very special guest. Today we have Balistic Man, and this is your producer, Budda.
Producer, manager, everything.
Big brother, everything. Budda Bumps. Budda Bumps.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem. Have you ever been to Studio 2222?
No first
So,
time.
awesome. Well, welcome. This is where I record my music, and I'm the first lady here. You know,
Okay.
brag a little bit here and there. You know what I mean? Anyways, this is where I do pretty much anything creative. And I was telling him, Mimi came to me and she wanted to start a podcast, and I was telling Easy, I was like, yeah, we're just gonna do it, you know, in my dining room. I made a decal for the wall.
Right.
And he was like, we have a podcast room. Use the podcast room. So
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
all right. You know what I mean? So sometimes we're in there, sometimes we're in here. Whine and Tea, Mimi and I started Whine and Tea. We spelled wine differently because men always say that women whine.
Whining,
You know,
yeah.
but also I'm an artist, so I never come to the studio without tea. You know, it's good for your voice, so sometimes I decide. And based on the topics we're talking about, whether they're racy or calm, we decide if we're going to drink wine or if we're going to drink tea. Today we're getting lit, talking about Bliss, talking about Budda, so we're drinking that wine.
yes.
And we are sipping on this Buffalo's own 998 Broadway. We need some sponsorship, 998 Broadway.
Right.
You got Balistic
Right.
Man, Buffalo's own, one of the hottest artists in Buffalo, shouting you out with one of the hottest platforms, Whine and Tea.
Whine
So
and
998,
Tea,
Yeah.
we're going to need
Yo.
some cases for
Yeah.
Whine and Tea.
Cheers.
Yup.
Cheers.
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 I'm not playing too. You can send them to Swan Street now.
Period.
Right.
Balistic Man is currently out on every platform. YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Deezer, and iHeartRadio. On Spotify, he has 334,000 streams, 8.5 thousand streaming hours, and 104.7 thousand listeners in 87 countries. So we're very lucky to have him on our show. We hope to dive into some topics, spill a little bit of tea today.
Really? I had all that?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're very
I
interesting.
didn't even know. I learned something new about myself today.
Yes, that's a
That's
lot.
crazy,
It's a
man.
lot of streams.
It's a lot, yeah.
Streaming hours, yeah, it's a lot. 87 countries.
That's a lot, yo.
That's a lot.
Definitely.
That's a lot.
I mean, that's a lot of progress. Out here on billboards.
On
You know what I
Billboard
mean?
doing it big.
Right.
Doing it big.
I need to get like him.
Who, Balistic Man?
Yeah.
Period.
That's dope, yo.
Balistic Man and Puerto Rican Fox.
Yeah.
We know who you are. We want you to tell everybody where you're from.
My name is Balistic Man. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I'm from Swan Street, Buffalo, New York, to be exact. Downtown
Yes, sir.
Buffalo.
Downtown.
You know, Swan Block, 357. Shout out all
Okay.
down the ways.
Right?
I went to a whole bunch of schools in Buffalo. I went to School 6. First off, the first school that started everything.
School
6.
Everybody from down the way went there.
And then I went to Catholic Academy on the west side. I went to Riverside High School, South Park High School, and yeah, from there, you know, I didn't really graduate, but yeah, that's definitely where I went to school at. Let's see. West Side is the Latino community rising above. Okay, have you seen him? What do I think about my style of music? Oh, am I supposed to remember the part, y'all? I'm sorry. Help me out here now.
Okay, so the West Side is where our Latino community resides here in Buffalo. We seem to really embrace your style of music
Yeah.
and who you are. Why do you think that is?
Well, because first of all, I'm Latino. You know what I mean?
We
I'm
represent.
Puerto Rican and Italian for those who don't know. So definitely on the west side was definitely I'm from down the way. I'm from downtown, but my father's, you know, he lived in the Jaspers, which is kind of technically a little upper. But I used to be on the lower west side all the time. You know what I mean? Niagara, 7th Street, wherever you. I pretty much practically lived at my brother Gelly's house for summers in a row, and shoot, that's where I was hustling at for mad long too. Right after high school, I mean, after every day after I go home, be right on the west side hustling, right on Niagara, trying to get, you know, people in front of the liquor store to buy us a bottle. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Can you buy us a bottle? So at the west side, definitely the Latino community. Even from Swan Street, a lot of people don't, you know.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, Swan
it's
to
a big Spanish
community.
Yeah.
So
Up that way, down that way,
if you go from downtown to the lower west, it's real. It's real. It's predominantly you're gonna go. You know, it's gonna be a lot of Hispanic. So obviously, on Swan Street, you have the Puerto Rican Greaseball Festival, which my father. Shout out to Yvonne. Gotta shout him out. He
my son
holds the title. Holds the title of.
Does he?
The Greaseball champion. Yeah, he
won it the most, right?
He won it the most. He won, I believe, 17 years in a row.
That shit is hard. Have you ever seen that shit, Liv? Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
She hasn't seen the
Wow.
Greaseball.
It's like a pole and it's greased up, and like you got a team.
A street pole, like
Yeah.
a regular street
But at the top,
pole.
it's like beer, sausage, and you win money. So they hold, like you got a bottom, and they climb up each other to get to the top. Yeah, but
There's
it's
like
greased up.
teams.
That's hard.
And everyone
Yeah.
is greasy and you're falling and it's just amazing.
Yo, and it's thousands of people. Yo, it's thousands of people out
It's a
there.
Puerto Rican thing. We love it.
Yeah.
That's
So-
crazy.
But yo,
Awesome.
actually, it's like a well, not even Buffalo, but you know, like there's thousands of people that go out there to see that.
We come from
Yeah.
Rochester.
Sunday night,
we come
yeah.
from
That's
Sunday
a
morning?
tradition. It's
come
part of
from
the Puerto
Canada.
Rican
Yeah,
festival
that
every
Sunday
summer.
morning. Oh my God, it's packed out there.
So
Just to see that.
before the parade, it's the Puerto Rican
The festival,
the festival. My father is, like I said, he's one of the champions that like he holds the title for the longest. His name's Yvonne. Everyone knows him for flipping off the pole. He would come with masks sometimes and do flips.
Definitely a character.
He's a
Definitely a
he's
character.
out of this world. So from that to watching the groups like La Crema, going into that single, but which we'll talk about. La Crema is one of the bands that will play at the Puerto Rican parade to the festival, the Puerto Rican festival, the Greaseball Festival. So I got a lot of history. My brother's father, who passed away. Shout out to my brother Johnny Blanco. He's one of his name was I forgot my brother's father's name. Long story short, we got different fathers, but his father was one of the Guiche, rest in peace, Guiche. He played in all the bands and stuff. So I got a lot of history as far as like music from this man. And then, like I said, everybody knows me. I'm from Swan, to the West Side. I've been all over, but there ain't a spot in Buffalo that I ain't been at. But definitely, predominantly.
They love you. The people in your city love you. Everyone that I talk to only has good things to say about you. And that's just out of years of hard work and just really being your true self.
Right.
You know, the people embrace that. They see your realness, your truth. And we're so happy that you're here today and share that with us today, you know?
Thank you.
I noticed you sing in Spanish. I'm like, I love it. I want to hear more. Can we expect that from you?
Yep. Like I was just telling her,
I'm right, man.
Buddha's been pushing me to do it for a long time.
Oh my God.
We were jamming earlier. We love it. We love it. So we definitely want to hear
That's
more.
like one of my favorite joints. Though.
Yep. Buddha's been pushing me for the longest, but I gotta give Wally, my brother Wally and Kaba, my brothers, they wanted to get me on something like 100% Spanish, so I told them it gotta be organic, you know what I mean? I don't like anything to be forced, so I worked on that song. I wanted to call it La Crema to pay homage to the old school band La Crema because they gave a lot of inspiration to us. So and then 80 Empire, shout out to Adrian and Lucas Reza. They're from Canada. They produced the beats. Amazing production. We decided to go more dance hall with it, but the song came out great and it was a hit. So yeah, I got a couple joints that I actually have in the stash, like I was telling you about. I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen with those.
Yes. Bring them out.
Right.
Bring them out.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. All right, Balis, you described your musical career as persistent. Did you always have that drive?
Man, yeah. I want to say what's going on, boss man.
Hi.
I want to say so. Even when I got locked up, when I was in the feds, Budda could attest to this. I used to call him and tell him like, yo, you know, you on vacation right now, man. And you know, when you get home, you know, when I get home, it's on. And even when I was even when I was locked up, I still was performing even in prison. You know what I'm saying? But even before that, me and Budda go back to being on the block, and we made a pact one day, man. It was just me and him. And I said, he like, yo, we gonna do this, you know what I mean? We gonna do this music thing. And I don't know if Budda remembers this, but it was a snowstorm, you know, our Buffalo snowstorms.
Mm-hmm.
I rode over the Louisiana Bridge on a bike in a snowstorm. I pulled up, remember that?
Yes.
And he was like, yo, it's on. And ever since then, you know, I've been going out from city to city and overnights. I mean, countless people, and they could attest for us. People in every other city could attest for us. Everywhere we go is Balis and Budda. They know, you know what I mean, and they know the hard work we put in. So, yeah, I could always say, yeah, nothing's gonna stop me. I'd be dead.
Period. Yes. Right. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Definitely.
Do you have any role models, like growing up, and who did you look up to in your music? You know, like when you were creating.
Music wise, oh man, shoot, definitely. Pun was one of my biggest inspirations. Pac was my number one. When I was a kid, I bought when I was a kid, I went down to the local corner store and I bought a bootleg Tupac, California Love. And I think I bought a couple more too. They were all Pac. And Pac made me want to rap. He was the artist that made me want to rap. Like, want to be a rapper? As far as like, want to be a rapper, want to be on camera, just his whole swag and everything. It's like, yo, oh my God, I want to be him. I want to be Pac. I got in trouble too when I was rocking out to that All Eyes on Me joint. I think I was banging California Love when my pops walked in. Like, what are you playing? I was like, he opened the thing and he's like, where'd you get this cassette? I was like, I got it down the street. He didn't know I was saving my money. I bought mad at the bootleg cassettes.
That boy said cassette.
I know.
Woo.
Take it way
Bootleg
back. That's where it starts.
But then Pun made me want to take it to the next level because Pun was the first, obviously because he was Hispanic, he was Latino, but it wasn't just that because there was other Latino artists, but it was the lyrical wordplay that was just like, not only is he Latino, this is something that I never heard before. So I was getting all the Pun tapes, Terror Squad tapes, anything I could get Pun on Don Cartagena just to listen to his verses because it was just like lyrically unmatchable. You know what I mean? So, like I said, Pac made me want to be a rapper. Pun made me want to really rap, and that's where a lot of my lyrical wordplay comes from, and Eminem as well too.
Period.
Eminem, yep.
Well, that's fire.
Yep.
All right. In your song "Son of Tony," you describe growing up in Buffalo and the time you served in jail, helping you find your vision. Can you tell us more about that? Is that something?
It just like Son of Tony. Shout out to Cuban Lincoln and David Corey. They helped me get that one done. They jumped on it, but when that particular bar, I was just speaking about serving time and you got nothing but time, so it helped me find my vision and just made me realize what I'm here to do and to pretty much cut off all the fat, pretty much like all the shit that was sidetracking you, when you come home this time, is no time to play. And that's why anybody that knows me, I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing 3 things a day, sometimes 4 things a day, 5 things a day. Anybody that knows me, yeah. So it's just pretty much like help me clear that vision and sharpen that vision up. You know what I'm saying? Of what I want to do when I come home. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing it ever since.
That's great.
Yep.
No, the reason I asked that question is I know people who serve time, and it just seems like, going back.
It's easy to get lost.
Yeah.
You gotta, you could get institutionalized, and once you're institutionalized, it's over. It's once you get used to the system, you're like, and it's hard because sometimes I think like that, like, man, I don't care, I'll do this and go right back, and in my brain, I really mean that. Like, I already know I'm gonna go right up on my bunk. I'm gonna get my bag, on that bag, mail call, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know the system. So you know, it only takes a little while to learn the whole system. You know the system. And I was there for a couple of years, so you know, imagine somebody that doesn't have a clear vision on what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And at least stick to that path. Know that you're gonna fail a few times. Like Benny said, losses taught me more than my wins did. And it really is amazing because sometimes when you win, you almost ask yourself, "Man, that's it." Damn, when I lost all those times, I learned more doing that. But when you finally win something, it's like, that's why people get so much, the hunger for more, like Lloyd Banks' album, the hunger for more, you want to do something else, because when you finally do that, it's almost like, damn, that wasn't really what I thought it was. Now that I know this, I need something else. And some people get more, like I said, some people go back home, some people might have went in jail for a petty crime, might go back home and become a whole drug lord because they learned that system. GED classes, I also too, this is first time on here, I was also locked up with Wesley Snipes. A certain time, I watched New Jack City with Wesley Snipes.
Really?
Brown.
What was that like?
That was amazing. It was crazy.
That's you Nino.
Nino Brown. I watched New Jack City with Wesley Snipes. My son played with his kids on the visiting floor. He don't remember. I tell him all the time. But
that's crazy.
I also became a GED tutor in there. So I got my GED in prison. And not that I was overly smart. It's just I wanted to get out of being a janitor. So I was really mopping all the floors all through the prison, and we had a crazy CO that would come in there and she would wipe her fingers, and she'd dang near want to fire you. And if you get fired, you got no job. And if you got no job, you go to the hole. So she was on some shit. So once I got my I was on shit. I wanted my GED for me first of all. Once I got it though, I was like, yo, can I become a tutor?
Right.
But pretty much yeah, man, I was just you know. What were we talking about? I got lost after Snipes. Well, yeah, that's the first right there. Y'all the first podcast that got that. Throwing that out there. Yep.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. Prison was
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading about you online. I think it was genius.com, and they were talking about your grandma, and I thought it was a fascinating story.
Yeah.
That she used to call you Balis.
Yeah.
And ballistic,
yeah.
Excuse me, and then you started going by that, and then when you got older, you added the man. Can you tell us?
Yeah. So
that tea.
I didn't have a rap name at first. I was just rapping. I was like trying to mix up names. Corny ass names. And Balistic probably was corny too, but I used to be bad as hell. I was bad. He knows my grandma too. And I was bad, and then she just one time was like, "You're fucking ballistic," and I swear to God, it just popped off like, "Oh, I'm gonna use that as my rap name." So that's what I would call my friends, like, "Oh, I'm ballistic," and I would just. It also was like a way to like a therapeutic, I guess, to explain my lyrics. But then when I got locked up and I came home, I was still ballistic. Like I shortened it to ballistic. Everybody in the streets called me ballistic, like short for ballistic. But when I came home, I was like, yo, ballistic by itself just didn't. That's why when everybody be like, Balistic Man, I added the man there because I was like, I feel like I grew into a man. So
stop playing with me.
Right. Stop playing with me. It felt more like, yo. First of all, it felt way more unique than just ballistic.
Right.
I never heard of anybody Balistic Man. It was dope because it had like the superpower type, like a superhero type theme, the Batmans and the Superman. They're like, oh, I'm Ballistic Man. I'm gonna call my people can laugh till the cows come because when they hear my music, it's gonna be over. You know what I mean? So and then it just shows maturity and growth. So that's what that man is actually there for, maturity and growth.
That's true. I was at work the other day, and this guy came in. Obviously, he was wearing a mask, and he looked identical to you. Like
that's funny.
It was crazy, and I was like. Looking at him like you would have said something to me, and I'm just putting this change. I'm like, all right. I'm like,
recognize
I don't ever tell you look like Balistic Man. He just started laughing. He's like, I get it all the time. He just, I was like, oh, he's feeling himself right now.
No way.
He could be a stunt double to one of my videos.
Oh, God. It was
Let him
crazy. Yeah.
My doppelganger.
Yeah.
Yep.
What studios, producers, engineers, or artists have you worked with, and how was the experiences like?
Oh man, My favorite studio, I got a shout from the beginning, and everybody knows it. Outer Limits Studio. I love recording that. Ken's had my back from the beginning. He knows my voice. He knows exactly what I want. Sometimes he knows it better for me than me. I've been recording there forever. Second studio would probably be GCR. Shout out to Robbie Tackett, the Google Dolls. Producers, Budda Bumps.
Yes, sir.
What
Got a
time?
shout out, Budda Bumps. Definitely, he's behind the scenes. We got some stuff coming out. We working on some things. Thugsman, the motherfucking the greatest. Thugsman, the greatest. That's his little
We
tag.
gotta get him on here.
Thugsman, the greatest, and
Hudson.
my guy right there. Also shout out to my brothers, Lucas, Adrian, Reza, the 80 Empire out in Canada. Amazing producers, amazing guys, really good dudes. And shout out to my bro Dip that I've been working with lately too. We got a couple things that's dropping too. So as far as producers that I've worked with, and engineer, I really let Ken back to Outer Limits. I usually let Ken engineer and mix and master all my stuff. He's a without him, oof, Jesus. Oof. Once you get an engineer, it's like finding a barber. It's so so hard. So I'm lucky that I have him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want to tell us more about you?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Budda Bumps.
Budda Bumps.
I mean, I produce. I did a lot of his early joints, like the first.
We did the whole Get It Right now.
Yeah.
He did the whole.
Yeah.
I actually did a movie in soundtrack already.
That we co-wrote.
Listen,
Nice.
I told Budda, I said, "Yo, I'm gonna write this movie. We writing the
I
movie."
think I put one line in there.
No, we was going at it. I get towards like the mid or like end of the movie. I turn to the. I'm so into the movie, I'm not even paying attention. I turned to the car. This motherfucker's outside the car talking to somebody. I'm like,
gone.
he was gone. I said, man, but he co-wrote it and he produced 90% of it. Because
Yeah,
Thugsman
the
did like
soundtrack,
two,
yeah.
I think.
Thugsman and
Thugsman
Easy
two.
did a few.
Oh, Easy did one. Yeah, Easy did Rewind and Play Back. Good. But he did 90% of it. So, like I said, he's been producing since the early days. And then we did the movie. It was a double disc. We did this right before. What happened was, a lot of people don't know about it is because I got arrested and then had to serve my time, so we didn't get to promote it. It premiered in theaters out here. It was a short film. It premiered in theaters. Shout out to Clem, Speedy, Cash.
What's it
Shout out
called?
to these guys were the guys that shot it. My brothers, they're good dudes. They shot it and filmed it. I helped bring it to life. But it's called Get It Right. And it's actually a movie and soundtrack that me and him did. Yep.
That's dope.
Yep.
Wow, I gotta look that up.
He did
Yeah,
that.
I've been knowing this dude since he was in diapers.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Yeah, for real. Like literally.
Literally.
Give me one embarrassing diaper story. Come on, please.
Damn, why you gotta ask him that?
Because he know I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
He know I'm gonna do it.
You came to me and said,
He
literally,
know I'm gonna do
diapers.
it. Listen. So we used to be in the room playing a video game, and his voice was so raspy when he was little, like
Call me Froggy.
I called him Froggy from the Little
Rascals?
Rascals. Yeah. So I called him Froggy, and the man used to, he used to annoy the shit out of us. I want to play. He just kept coming in the room. Like, and he would always just have diapers on. That's it. No shirt, no nothing. Just running around the house, begging to play the damn game, annoying the shit out of us. For real.
Diaper on.
For
Did you
real.
ever play the game?
No, and that's why I'm thankful for that at the same time because my brother, it would be him, my father, my brother, they would all take the game and kick me out, and I'd be mad. So, but my brother would do it every time. We got a game system. We got it once it would come out. Once in the blue, we lucky enough to get it. Shout out to my mom, get us the game system. And my brother would take it. My older brother, Johnny Technology again. Would take the game system. And ever since then, I really wasn't attracted to games my whole life, and which I think was good because I did have one time that I actually, with this has to do with your brother. I bought the Xbox, and I got into a game group with them, with his brother, my brother, and they all gamers. I found myself at 6 a.m. with bags of Doritos, all types of pop. We were playing the night before, and it's 6 a.m, and I didn't realize all of them got off. Your brother Jazz, shout out to Jazz. Jazz got back on. It's like 6 a.m. He said, "Yo, but listen, you been on this game since last night?" I said, what? I said, what you mean?
Oh
I said,
my
it's 6 in the morning, bro. I said, oh shit. Right. And that's when I think I called it quits on the that's we talking about older in life. And I said, yo, this is too addicting, and I'm glad. It was easy for me to quit, and I never really got back into games. And it's probably because of that too, because I probably would have been into games even more. My brother and them is still like that. They still play games all day.
Wow.
Yeah, that stuff is addicting.
Yeah, that's true. At this point in your career, what has been the most rewarding thing that has happened? I love this question.
Man,
Good one.
just seeing like all the growth and all the stuff that we've accomplished. We've done so much. Like people don't understand the overnights on the road, sleeping at rest stops. Like, yo, bro, I gotta pull over, bro. We're gonna have to fuck. We gonna
knocked out.
Just knocked out.
Me snoring.
Yup. So to see everything paying off and to get to see all like the people in different cities and all in different countries, loving the music, genuinely loving the music, and to have that many amount of fans that are truly dedicated and love the music genuinely just for the music, and the people that we've worked with, and get calls from people that you just never would have thought we were just fans of growing up to listening to their music. Now they calling us and we're working directly with them. Is amazing. Like that's probably like the biggest the biggest award so far as far as my career, our career, I like to say, because we started it together. So that's pretty much it right now. That's definitely it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Any other upcoming projects you want to talk about?
Man, I got some things in the works. I got a few singles coming out.
I'm like, yeah.
I got a few singles coming out, and we actually are working on a project right now. It is going to be a visual. It is going to be technically a film, a short film, along with the album and soundtrack. So that's definitely something that we're working on, but it's still in the works. I don't like talking about it. Go get my latest album. Guilty. It's got features from Benny the Butcher, Gorilla Nims, Big Pun's son, Chris Rivers, Young Pharaoh, Ali Vegas, Rick Hyde, Speedy, all types of people on it. My brother's 80 Empire presented it, produced it, and it's out now. That's the project that's out. Go get that right now if you want some music. Also, shout out to my brother David Corey. We got a bunch of music out. On Fire. I'm blessed to be featured on David Corey's last single, On Fire. We also got the single Beat the Odds with me, David Corey, and Young Pharaoh. Shout out to my brother Young Pharaoh for having me on his platform so much. And me and Young Pharaoh met. It was a dope vibe. Shout out to J Hood. And we was doing a video shoot with J Hood for a single that I had with him, and Young Pharaoh pulled up to the scene, and we just linked and vibed and connected. All good vibes, all good energy, and we linked up, and then we did a record, Internet Beef with 80 Empire on the Guilty album, and then David Corey had reached out to me. He said, "Y'all got this record. It's called Beat the Odds," and he's like, "Yo, let's get somebody dope on it." I said, I reached back out to Pharaoh. Pharaoh jumped on that. Thug's been produced it. That was real dope. You know what I'm saying? So we got there's so much stuff. I'm also on the Legacy record with 80 Empire and Conway the Machine. That's out right now.
Good vibes, good energy. Speaking of, let's talk about Conflicted.
Yes.
You want to talk to this? Shout out to Reed. He got the single with me and David Corey on the joint. I'm actually in a little extra. He also put me as an extra in that joint, which I was grateful for. But he definitely looked out, and he got the single with me. I got a single with my brother David Corey called "Fool Around," which was a big hit. We performed everywhere, and it's in the movie. Go watch Conflicted right now. Benny killed that joint. Westside killed that joint. Yes. Reed, Deuce, all them boys killed that joint. But this is the guy you want to talk to. He's been behind a lot of scenes doing the drone work, and if you want to talk about more about that.
Yeah, I just did the like a lot of the drone work on the movie.
Yeah.
And I been messing with
you keep talking
AK. That's my man. So he been looking out, calling me whenever they need me for drone footage and stuff. So yeah, I just did the footage for the little commercial he shot.
Hey.
Like with the
billboards.
Yeah. So And I went to, that's crazy because I went to school with Deuce.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, so like play football with him and all that. So when I did see him on the set, I'm like, yo, you remember me? He's like, yeah, I remember you, man. So yeah. And then ever since then, whenever they needed the drone work, they give me a call.
That's
So
awesome.
definitely, yeah.
That's how Buffalo works, you know. We're
Right.
the city of good neighbors.
Right,
we look
right.
out for each other. We remember people, you know. It's important.
True.
And I did some work
That
on
was fire, right?
my
Luke?
cousin's documentary. It's I Shot Buffalo. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I did the drone work for them. And I was supposed to go down to DC and do the drone work there, but you know, all this stuff happened. So
Yeah.
but check that I Shot Buffalo joint out too. It's a real good documentary.
So has Corona stopped your progress in anything?
I mean, Corona stopped a lot of stuff. Like,
We've been moving though.
but yeah, even though, like, even in the height of it, like, we drove down to Pittsburgh and did, what's that, the one you just
Can I give a rundown?
the hot,
Can I give a rundown
on fire,
of Corona?
on fire, on
Let
fire.
me see. Let me give a rundown of Buddha and Balistic Man versus Corona. Buddha
Yeah,
and,
we was in New York. We went to New
Buddha
York.
and Ballistic Man versus Corona. Okay, Corona won, right? Ballistic Man and Buddha. Shade 4-5 with K Slay. Hot 97. 2. Welcome to the 716 drops with Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
Legacy with 80 Empire and Conway drops.
So on fire.
On Fire
Pittsburgh.
with David Corey in Pittsburgh. We shot down to Pittsburgh. We did On Fire with David Corey for that single. That dropped. He put us on that one. Beat the Odds
Beat
with
the
Young
Odds,
Pharaoh.
yeah.
Beat the Odds with Young Pharaoh and David Corey and Thugsman. We knocked that one out. Boom, knocked that
Internet
out.
Beef.
Internet Beef with Young Pharaoh. And we got Chi-Chi from Scarface.
Yeah.
If you a Scarface fanatic, we got Chi-Chi from Scarface in that video.
There was a bunch of actors actually on that shoot that day.
Robert Finaro from The Sopranos came.
Yeah.
In the same set, we had Robert Finaro from The Sopranos and Chi-Chi from Scarface. Me, Young Pharaoh, Buddha, 80 Empire. It was amazing. It was an amazing shoot. Shout out to Darlene and Dalbreezy for coming out too. They looked out. They definitely helped out hard. That's I mean we was there's so much more.
What's the one joint that he was doing the flip on?
Oh, we did Cold Step.
Yeah,
David
Cold
Corey
Step.
came through for that. We did Cold Step with 80 Empire. That came through.
And shit, we did that video when they was downtown doing the Black Lives Matter joint.
Yeah.
Wildin', we was
Constantly
So
working.
we was knocking it out. Corona didn't stop us. Like I said, we was in New York. Shade 4-5, Hot 97. Shout out to the Shark, Killer Fraction for breaking in those doors. Matter of fact, out now, Cav Money remix. Me, the Shark, Pat Poose, and 80 Empire.
Nice.
That was another huge one. You know what I mean? We got that with the with them. Man, we got so.
It's just so much this year alone.
The Guilty album dropped.
Yeah.
Dropped
Last year
album, Guilty.
alone was
That's
just
that's
like,
the one my sons be singing.
Oh, Diplomaticos.
Yeah, Rick
Diplomaticos with Rick Hyde. Diplomaticos. Yo, we did a lot. Corona, like I said, so Corona won. I think we up like 10 or 12
Yeah.
on Corona.
That's
so
awesome. That's
Right.
awesome because that's not,
Right.
it hindered a lot of people. But you guys kept working.
It seemed like it just kind of brought out the best in you.
listen, and we not even talking about what Corona did for me. I was working out twice a day during Corona. Everybody else was locked down. I'm like,
Yeah.
pass me them weights.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I be seeing you.
I be getting
I'll be on the IG. Baby,
Yo, Buddha, send me a beat. Yo, 80, send me a beat. I'm hitting beats. I'm knocking out songs. I'm doing. Oh, we did La Crema. Shout out to Wally and Kaba and 80 Empire. We did La Crema. And I'm busting out 2 a days at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting them 225.
Hey!
I go a little heavier, but I don't want to mess my shoulder up. You know, I don't want to mess
You know
my
what I
shoulder.
mean?
But see me in the gym. I'll put one of you boys to the test, man. I'll punish you. I promise you, I'll punish you. See me. I'm willing to all contenders. I'm a workaholic when it comes to this, man. I will punish you. Remember I said those words, man.
So that's 2 different kind of comments. We need dudes who willing to face bullets in the gym, and then we need ladies. That's it. Ladies with numbers.
I'm not the best, but I'm just saying, like, I'm willing to test, man. I don't want to work out with a lot of my boys, man, and them them boys is workout heads, and them boys like, damn, you don't even bodybuild. You know what I'm saying? I just do my own thing, but I'm right with them.
You out here.
Mm-hmm.
You look good. Actually, you lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Since back in the day. I don't know when that was.
Oh yeah.
But that was like a dramatic difference.
Yeah,
I mean,
back in the day, I was just selling drugs
And eating.
eating.
And
So
eating.
he was with me, and he would tell you, he like,
I'm an eater. I eat. I'm a big dude. I eat. I've watched this dude put down some I'm like, yo, dude, you one person. Why are you sitting at this table eating like this?
2 minutes.
Like a box of pizza, some fucking
Yo.
wings, blue cheese, cinnamon, whatever, like all on the table.
Yep.
Like that was him.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. It was a
Y'all
different.
sounds pretty good right now.
I still eat like that. When I go to the buffets, I'm eating about 5 plates. That's my
Where?
to the face.
Right.
Where?
To the
Right.
face. What you mean? No, what I do is I also do I do intermittent fasting.
What's that?
It's an 8-hour intake, so you only eat during 8 hours, and then for 16 hours you fast. So and even if I do go a little above my time the next day, I'll fast even later. So what I do is if I know I'm going to go to the buffet the next day or something like that, I won't eat nothing. Like I'll work out heavy. Like I'll stop eating the day prior, and I'll work out heavy, and I won't go to the buffet till like 4. But I'm gonna eat like 5 plates.
I'm gonna eat today.
We're gonna go in and intermittent
make it worth
fasting.
it.
I'm giving y'all some health tips that you know what I'm saying. I'm giving y'all some free gems. You know what I mean? They're gonna charge you for this. 8 hours, 8 hours of calorie intake, and 16 hours of just water. It's hard, but if you do it right, you sleep in there most of the time. So I like to choose my times. You can place your 8 hours wherever is better for you.
Right.
I used to do 10 to 6 when I was in prison. And then when I came home, I felt that 12 to 8 was better. So my usual time is 12 to 8, 1 to 9, somewhere around there. Because sometimes I don't even eat till like 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And it's different for everybody. You know, you adjust it where you want. But I'm big on, like I said, I work out. You know, I do my thing. Even no matter where he'll tell you wherever I'm at, I'm like, yo, bro, we could be in the hotel. He'll tell you,
Yeah.
we be in the hotel. Like, yo, I'm letting this pre-workout kick in real quick, bro. And then I'm gonna be in the gym. Downstairs, I got the gym this time. You coming?
Pig.
Fuck you. Hang up the phone. He's like, motherfucker, I just ate the fucking breakfast that they just had. All you need breakfast.
All right.
Yeah.
So listen, I gotta ask. You said you eat blue cheese. You prefer it over ranch.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's a Buffalo thing.
Second follow-up question.
Okay.
Who got
Yeah.
the best wings?
Best
Buffalo.
wings.
Buffalo.
Oh, I know you better say Lenovo.
Lenovo's.
Yes.
Yo, shout out to
Lenovo.
Tony De Niro. Lenovo's, baby. You gotta
Lenovo's.
Their
listen,
wings is good. Their wings is good.
I gotta give it to my brother Lenovo's
Their wings is
because
good. Their wings
that's
is
definitely always been a go-to. You can't, you know what I mean? And I'm a Buffalo head,
No
so
doubt.
Lenovo's is definitely gonna be at the top of the list. I used to love going to get Destiny's wing dings.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't remember that, and they had the downtown special.
See what I'm saying?
That's
See
the
how the fat boy come out of him?
At the downtown,
That fat boy, I'm hungry, motherfucker.
downtown special in
I got my food waiting and shit.
I'm trying to have a chicken wing eating contest.
And you know what I missed the
Y'all
most?
gotta come
No,
first.
for real.
I'm
I'm not sure.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
have
have a
one.
chicken wing eating contest.
I'm on
been talking about it.
I'm on the shellfish and pork no pork diet. I've been on it for a while now,
Oh,
just
yeah.
for discipline reasons. So I wanted to test myself because I love crab legs and I love shrimp and I love sailing hot dogs.
Yo.
Western New York. If you ain't have a sailing hot dog, you ain't have a real hot dog. I don't care what nobody say.
Period.
He sounds
Look.
Period.
Period.
He sounds true. He's
Talking
Buffalo.
about all
He's
this damn
Buffalo
food.
right
I
here.
Yeah.
Sailing hot dog smothered with Texas sauce on top. Oh,
man.
However, I could eat the hot dog in many
Pause.
different ways.
Yeah.
We could just start with ketchup, mustard. We could go mayonnaise, mustard, onion.
Oh, you
know,
getting it?
yeah, I'm getting in there. You know what I mean?
look.
Get a little hot sauce. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to get me started.
I haven't had that in so long.
Louis,
Oh
man.
my
Or the
God.
Teds they used to have
Teds,
down by
yeah.
the South Park.
Yeah.
Remember that joint?
Mhm.
Was that Teds or Louis?
That was Ted's, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Teds. Yeah,
Oh my
for
God.
years.
Mhm.
I love
All right,
it.
let's stop talking about
Yeah, we
Stop
remember
talking
the
about
song.
food.
Right.
Yo, Tony, send us a couple
Right, we
bottles.
need a box.
Send us a box.
That
And
wine
send
Definitely.
us a bottle of that good
That-
Lenovo. That good
that
Lenovo
champagne.
champagne. That shit had me twisted. I was with Betty and them and Tony in the studio not too long ago. Tony gave me a bottle of Lenovo champagne.
Man, they had a box of them.
Lenovo
joints,
says champagne.
for the holidays, yeah.
Oh.
I took the last one that was sitting there too on the way out.
Yeah, they had a box of them. We was grabbing them.
I figured it was, you know what I mean. I just took it. It was me. It was me.
And it was delicious.
And it was spectacular.
Oh, now I gotta have it.
Shout out to Tony, man. That's my guy right there.
I think I seen that picture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that pretty much wraps up all our questions. Did you guys enjoy yourself on Whine and Tea?
Definitely.
I did. I enjoyed the wine.
Definitely put me on to that though. For real.
998. I'm gonna be expecting 998 Broadway. If I don't get about a case or two sent to the Whine and Tea podcast, I will be coming. I'm assuming this is your address, so I will be showing up. 998 Broadway.
998 Broadway.
Because we are sponsoring you guys right now, and
Right.
I'm sure a lot of people are gonna pop up. This wine was amazing.
Yeah, that
It was really delightful.
Yeah, my joint gone. I need some more.
Right
I'm going to the liquor store and get some more.
now.